when he and I got together, we had that conversation about labels because I felt ready to be called boyfriend and girlfriend. And he goes, being in my 40s, I feel like I'm a little old to be called somebody's boyfriend. But if you call me your man friend, it sounds like I'm not allowed in your playgrounds. I was like, all right, well, what are you going to call me? And he goes, I'll just be like, this is my lady. And I was like, well, we're not at a Renaissance fair. So, no. Also, I can't use the equivalent of that. I can't be like, Mom, Dad, I'd like you to meet my lord. And he's also a comedian. My ex-husband was actually a comedian, too. I can't stop shitting where I eat. No, I didn't tell you. My love life is a Chipotle. Just keep the eating and shitting all under one roof. It's very convenient, very farm to table, you know. They're right there. And I wasn't much of a jealous girlfriend in my 20s, but then some switch flipped in my 30s. And now when I see somebody hit on the person I'm with, I just feel myself anamorph into the cast of Jersey Shore. I am ready to brawl. And he does get hit on. When he walks on stage, women whistle at him. And at comedy clubs, there's usually a security guard in the back to kick people out in case they heckle. So at his shows, I've just started to stand next to the security guard.
Now, I don't want to be controversial, but I actually think that sports are a treacherous place for little girls. You know, like, I played volleyball against OJ's daughter growing up. Chill, I'm still alive. No, I did. I played volleyball against OJ's daughter growing up after he got out of jail the first time. For murder. It was crazy. He came to like all the games for 2 years after. And I'll tell you what, it was wild being 10 years old and seeing him on the sidelines. Because sometimes after I would score, I'd just look over at him and be like, wow, we're both killers.
But the bad thing about it is I didn't know his friends, and I'm trying to say that I snooped in his text chain on his cell phone. Don't judge me. I pay for that phone. But anybody have teens, preteens out there? By round of applause. You do? Did you snoop on their phone?
All the time.
You do?
All the time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so those 13-year-olds are nasty AF. Am I right? I got on the... What?
The girls.
How many girls do you have?
I got a boy.
Okay.
So the girls.
Yeah, okay, so they're all nasty, all genders of 13-year-olds. I get on that text chain, the guys are like, my cock and balls, like, you pulling numbers? Excuse me? What's up, G? What's up, cuh? You chasing that bag? Nah, that was sus. No cap. No cap, though. I'm like, what the hell is going on? They're talking like thugs. They're overly sexual. Like, are you guys running drugs? What's happening? This is crazy. Oh, and then one kid goes, hey, daddy. He called himself daddy, like, hey, I'm your daddy. And then another kid the next day was like, aye, poppy. Like, aye, poppy. I'm pretty sure you're all white kids that go to Catholic school. Like, there's no poppy on this text chain. What is happening?
And I know that I eat emotionally, but I never wanted to ride around in a minivan on dope or alcohol with little children in the car. I didn't want to drink whiskey. So my kids would get to fighting and my husband would say something hateful like, what have you done all day? And that would make me so mad, and I'd eat a hot dog, and I didn't even know what happened. But Weight Watchers has a point system. So say you get like 23 points out of the day, and you got to go within those points, and they'll say, fruits and vegetables are free. You don't want fruits and vegetables. When you first start, you're so hungry that you could eat the wallpaper off the wall. A chicken breast is 3 points. A Snicker bar is 12 points. That's what you want. I've been known to be in the closet turning a lamp on and off, eating a sleeve of Chips Ahoy cookies. But I try to stay within my points. All right, my sister will go on it every time I will, and she lives in Clarksville, Tennessee, and she'll call me and she'll say, it's noon, and I've eaten all my points.
There was a spider in my shower. Now this spider was so big, I thought I was interrupting him. I did. I went to open the shower curtain. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know anybody was in here, my bad. He was big and he was furry too. Yeah, I didn't know if I should brush it or smush it. I didn't know. He was so furry, he had dander. Ew. I need my Zyrtec pill just for the spider dander. I was like, sir, the Head and Shoulders is right there. Help yourself. If I ever have to kill a spider that big, I am morally conflicted. Because at that point, that's a pet. Put a collar on that thing, that's Bubba. Bubba had plans that day. He was just getting started, he's in the shower.
The kind of party that was on offer to me in the 70s and the 80s would be this, 6 friends maximum. And that's the sort of amount I would have struggled to fill at that age. Somebody would have to bring their cousin just to make up the numbers. In your house, wasn't it always in your house, and your mum or a mum, someone's mum would prepare the food. And by that I mean they would cut it all into cubes. So it could take part in the hedgehog. Anything that wasn't cut into cubes was cut on an angle, so you know you're at a party. That's how you know. I don't know if you know, but this works as an adult as well. If you're ever at somebody's house and you're like, is it a party? Is it not a party? Look at the food. Is it cut on an angle? You're at a fucking party. Or the biscuits fanned out on a plate. You're at a fucking party. You don't do that for yourself, do you? You don't sit down in front of Bake Off with a packet of pink wafers in your best plate. No. You put the full packet in, pull out the wrapper.
I recently celebrated an anniversary. I am 1 year sober. Thank you. In early sobriety, they encourage you to be single because it's such a transformative time, which I love because I love being single. The only person who doesn't like that is my husband. Not a big fan. When you're a married woman and you quit drinking, in the beginning, everyone thinks you're pregnant. And they want you to drink to prove that you're not. So I was at my friend's wedding recently, and she was like, Brittany, you're totally pregnant. Drink this and prove that you're not. And I was like, ugh. Listen, Stacy, if I have to drink to prove it, I'm gonna fuck your dad. Get that Mai Tai out of my face unless you want to call me mommy. I did notice that when I quit drinking, my husband started collecting expensive whiskey. Thought that was a little annoying. So I was like, babe, how come when I quit drinking, you started collecting whiskey? And he was like, I have been trying to collect it the whole time. Whoopsie. I am from Wisconsin, though. That's just what we do. We drank. You guys get it? We have t-shirts in our airport that say, drink Wisconsinably. My ex-stepmom used to decorate our house in tacky wine decor.
she had a sign that said, "Wine is the answer," and I forgot the question. The question is, why did the neighbor boy find you naked in a ditch at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday? The question is, why is your cherry red Spider Eclipse parked in the kitchen? These are the questions. My first shot of hard liquor was Everclear. Thank you. If you don't know what that is, congratulations. You have homework. It's 190 proof grain liquor. And that being your first shot is a lot like losing your virginity to a traffic cone. Everything else is smooth sailing. My signature move when I drank was I used to send nudes the way Bed Bath & Beyond sends coupons. I'm like, if everyone in my phone gets 10, someone is bound to redeem. My grandma was like, Brittany, what on earth is this? I'm like, it's a numbers game, Grandma. Get on board.
I think younger people, anyone younger than me, has got bad manners. They have. And when I say younger people younger than me, I mean my boyfriend is 5 years younger than me. And you wouldn't know he was 5 years younger, by the way, because he looks terrible for his age. Oh, he's ever so craggy. You don't know whether to fuck him or climb him. And yes, he is in the audience. He does know this is a joke. And he is around this area, which is why I can't look over there, okay? It's a blind spot. Go and sit near the back. What are you fucking doing there? Shut up. Now. But the thing is, he's the best looking bloke I've been out with. Don't look at him now. It's not about him. It's about me. All right? Do you know what? He'll walk out of here. He's a man. Everything's about him. Let this be about me. He's the best looking bloke I've been out with because I've been out with some great personalities. And honestly, I used to go out with one bloke, and I used to think, if you ever went to one of those caricature artists on holiday, you'd just come away with a lovely portrait. But there is being a bit younger, I do notice things, right? I do notice things. He's always asking me questions, what was it like when there was just 4 TV channels? What was it like when you saw Oasis live the first time round? Will you tell me some of the things that you used to ask Jeeves? And he's always on his phone. I just think people, just that little bit of age difference, always on his phone. It's so fucking annoying. A world of information in his hand, learning nothing, right? And it's a madness. We are making ourselves ill. I'm guilty of it as well. I wake up in the morning. I wake up at 7 a.m. I don't know what you pigs do, right? Wake up at 7 a.m. What's the first thing you do? You pick your phone up. You're scrolling through. You're looking at people that you've not seen for years. You're looking at rubbish. You're looking at and it's so harmful. I mean, if that was real life, if that phone was real life, and someone you worked with a decade ago booted in your front door at 7 a.m, ran up the stairs, got in bed with you, and went, "Do you want to see me holiday photos?" You'd be like, "No, Paula Hitler, I don't." But I know 5 years isn't a big age gap, and I'm just being a bit silly, being a bit daft. But I think it's quite rare for a woman to be older than a man in some capacity. When a woman's older than a man, they drag them on this morning to investigate, don't they? I was trying to think about age gaps, and it's the only big age gap between a man and a woman where the woman's older is Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte. The president of France, Emmanuel Macron? Looks a bit like Ted Bundy. He does, have a look. And do you know he was 16 when he met her and she was 40? She was his teacher. Creepy. creepy, but so French. Imagine, she'd be like, no, Emmanuel, no. Oh, Emmanuel, I have meats and cheeses and wines older than you. No, oh, okay, vive la France. That's the only one I can really think of, you know. I mean, there are others, of course. But men, they're all at it. Leonardo DiCaprio with those little girls that he goes out with. You know, Ronnie Wood from the Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones. Love the Rolling Stones. Ronnie Wood is in his 70s. His wife is in her 30s. Oh, I can't even eat raisins because of the texture. Do you know, honestly, this is true. The first time I ever saw Ronnie Wood with his now wife, I was on my phone, as usual, scrolling through, and I genuinely thought that clicked on National Geographic, right? And I honestly thought that it was that, is it Mananan Festival in Indonesia, where twice every decade they bring out the dead relatives. You know, and give them a dust. I thought, that looks interesting. Oh, it's Ronnie Wood on a gondola. Right? And listen, I don't want to be ageist. I hate ageism. I hate it. It's a scourge on society. I think ageism is one of the sort of unspoken things that we need to be more aware of, right? But then I look at these age gap relationships, and I just think, men, you've got it a bit easier in that respect. Of course you have. You're allowed to get older. You're allowed to get old. A man goes grey. Oh, he's a silver fox. He gets a bit fat. Oh, he's got a dad bod. Right? A woman has a wrinkle. Get back in the house, you horrible witch. Oh, you're making everyone uncomfortable. God, she's 35. And women, we don't help ourselves because women, sometimes we're like, oh my God, I'm so old. I'm so old. You're 31. You're not old. You've got another 50 years of this shit left. At 31, you're not old. The only time you're old at 31 is if you're a medieval French agricultural worker. There you go. There you go. That's when you're old, right? But this is it. I think subconsciously, men, you're allowed to get older because you're fertile for the entirety of your existence, right? You can reproduce the entirety of your lives. You know, women, we get told by nature that we're no longer fertile. You know, we get we're hot flushes, the memory problems, the wild swimming. But men, you can just carry on, right? Al Pacino's in his 80s. He's one of the world's oldest known fathers. Come on, Al. Come on. Come on, a tits. Horrible. Horrible. I just think men, you know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can have kids doesn't mean you should. You know, you should think a bit more about that, you know. I think we should have a new ritual, actually. You know, bring something new out for older men. What we should do is when a man starts showing an interest in air fryers, you know, and women that weren't born when he passed his driving test, what we should do is we should have like a little ritual in the village square, you know. Sort of everyone comes to dance around a maypole, you know, that kind of thing, you know. And then what we do is we just attach their dick to a tap. And we just turn off the cum. That's what we do. Literally a stopcock. So, I don't know, get Gary Lineker down to do it or something, you know. Make it fun for them as well. The thing is, I don't want children either. I do like children. I've got 2 nieces and a nephew who I love. They're brilliant. Well, one of them needs work, but it's not my problem. But I like children, because that's another thing. When you say, as a woman, I don't want children, people mishear and they go, oh, is it your innards? No, I just don't want them. Oh, you horrible witch. You evil, cold woman. Right? I just don't want... The reason I don't want them is I don't want it to change. I don't want my life to change. Don't want it to change. Quite happy as I am. Like children. Just don't want any of my own, you know? I don't want to carry a bag of snacks that isn't for me. I don't want to spend all my time worried that someone's going to be abducted. You know, I don't want Paw Patrol stickers on my nice furniture. Just putting stickers on things, aren't they? Horrible, right? Now, the thing is, I don't want to... And all of my friends now, well, most of my friends are now parents. They're having children. And I can't relate to some of the more middle-class female friends I've got because they sort of change when they have a kid. It's like they're the only person that's ever done it. You know, the only mother on earth. That's who they are. And they talk to you, you know, in a weird way. Like one of my friends, she's always like, oh my God, I love my body now. I love my body. I've made peace with my body. I love my body. It's given life. My body has given. I'm sitting there thinking, what's my body ever done? Bent over due to a misunderstanding with an antipode, and But then and it brings out the worst in me because I hate people being smug. She's like, oh my God, I love my body. I love my body. I'm like, oh, do you know what? If you love your body so much, go and look at yourself from the side in the mirror. And if you come back not crying, I'll high five you. Go on. Because I don't care who you are. Right? Elon Musk might be a billionaire, but I reckon he looks at himself from the side in the mirror and feels really fucking sad.
Not too long ago, I was in Oklahoma City doing stand-up. God, I was so good. I just did a great job. And then the next day, I was packing up to leave, and I had packed all of my bags. And then I just had one thing left to do. I just had to unplug my phone charger. And then I was on my way, so I leaned over to unplug my phone charger. And as I leaned over, I totally blew out my left knee. Leaning! So I'm 36. Leaning is dangerous. And I think I'm gonna get older. Like, maybe, hopefully. So what is gonna come up in the future? Like, I'm reaching for cereal, both my arms fall off. What's gonna happen to me? Now, I immediately knew that I had blown out my left knee because I had had 2 surgeries on my right knee for the same issue, but I thought I just had 1 good knee and 1 bad knee. Incorrect. 2 bad knees. I also know exactly what the issue is because the last time I had surgery, my doctor said to me, Cameron, you have very slidey cartilage and giant ligaments. And I can't fully explain to you why as a lesbian that felt like a compliment. But it definitely did, where I was like, oh my God, no, giant? Yeah, no, like I thought so. But like how big? Now, it just so happened on this particular day that the moment I blew out my knee was also the moment I knew I needed to shit. It happens to all of us every morning. It's just that on this particular morning, it was at once. Just like, ooh, that. Now, if you are at all recognizable, if you've been on television, I have, if you have an IMDb page, I do. You cannot call an ambulance, which I knew I was going to need to do, when you have shat your pants for a reason unrelated to why you called the ambulance. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming. I have hurt my knee. And what's all this? That's just a whole other thing. So I want you to know, dragging myself on my belly, digging my nails into the walls, pulled my body using my teeth on the carpet, and I got myself into the bathroom and rappelled onto the toilet, and I pooped in the potty. Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much. I somehow got myself back out and into the room where there was a phone, and I called the front desk. Like, I need an ambulance. So then they sent up a manager with like their own key, let themselves in. Here's what they see. Just fully packed bags. No visible sign of injury. No blood. Nothing amiss. Just clean room. An adult woman standing alone in the center of it on one leg, sobbing. EMTs showed up not that long after. Here's the thing, I'm a visibly queer person. This is a red state. You know, when you're a visibly queer person, I need these people to take care of me. I don't know anybody else there. I'm alone. But I don't know how these EMTs are gonna feel about me, and I don't know if that's gonna affect their care. You know, so I'm like, well, when are they gonna figure it out? Will it happen right away? They're walking around behind me. Wait a minute, there's no ponytail back here. Will it be then? Will I already be in the ambulance? They open up one of my bags. This is all motorcycle jackets! And then suddenly the doors of the ambulance are flinging up and I'm flying down the highway on a stretcher like, you're not wrong, you know? But it happened right away. Because they go to me, they go, who's your emergency contact? And I go, my wife. And they go, yeah, we know. Because we're fans! Isn't that awesome? That's just real. That's real. They were so sweet. They knew me from like a movie that I was in, from like an animated voice that I did, and they're like so sweet to me, and thank God, because I really needed their help, because EMTs, when you have a leg injury, they're supposed to cut your pants off of you. But, and I don't know why this is true, I had brought 0 other pants with me to Oklahoma. 0. Not even sleep pants. 0. And I wasn't sure. Like, I knew I was injured. I wasn't going to be able to, like, swing by a Target. Pick up some replacement pantaloons. Wasn't sure if you can board a plane back home to Los Angeles if you're wearing your own pants shredded and then loosely braided together like a 90s belt, loose slung around your hips. Ma'am! Those are huge ligaments. You have to check those. So here's what happened. They gave me fentanyl, which is a very serious drug, and then we took off my pants together. Oh, I had such a positive experience with these fellas that I took a photograph with them and then I posted it on my social media. I just wrote like, strangers took care of me when I really needed their help. And then one of their wives found this photo and wrote on it like, that's my husband on the left. We love you. He said you were so nice in person. I'm reading this just like, the internet is good? Just having like a real reorganization of core beliefs. And I think because I thought that for a second, then right below that, the next comment was, fuck you! But then it continued, fuck you for calling an ambulance for a non-life-threatening medical emergency, pulling EMTs off the road. You should have called a ride share. Now, I will admit, when I saw that comment on my Insta, I did go into what Cesar Millan would call a bit of a red zone. I was so mad about this feedback, right? So mad. But then you're not gonna believe I came up with this plan. This is what I did. I'm looking at my phone. I'm so angry. I'm like I'm fuming. I'm so mad. And then I put down my phone. Thank you. So like I thought of that, like that's me, like TM, like I did that, but like you can have that if you want. I am in a position of privilege because I have health insurance. I have health insurance, so I was able to make the decision to call an ambulance because ambulances are super expensive. But I have insurance, so I got to make that call. And I chose to get an ambulance because I wanted it to be a medical professional that helped me. Not just for myself, but also for the other person involved in this situation. I didn't want to call a Lyft driver and then like some sweetie working the lunch shift, just like, no one's gonna puke in my car. Pulls up to get me. I'm like, oh, actually, can you give me a quick ring? Hey, hi. I've left your name at the front desk. You're gonna have to stop there and pick up a key, and then you're gonna head to the elevator where you will take it to the 9th floor. I'm in room 920. Let yourself in. I'll be surrounded by bags. Put those all over your body. And then you're gonna throw me over your shoulder. I will be sobbing, but I haven't shat my pants. And then you'll carry me to the elevator, carry me down, put me in your car, rush me to the hospital. If you do all that, I'll give you 5 stars. I just didn't want to do that to another person. Do you know that they are making like an Uber for ambulances? That's real. Do you know that? She's like, to me, feels terrible. Because I don't think anybody should have to or be able to track their own ambulance. Just like looking at the app like, come on! That's the wrong way! What are you, at a light? You have a siren. You're just watching it like. That's my favorite part is when the car just spins. 180 degrees on the central axis. Like it looks like the car has gathered its skirts. Good day. It really makes me laugh. I did call a lift back to the hotel from the ER because by that point I was heavily medicated. I had a leg immobilizer. I had crutches. I felt like I was in control of myself, you know? So I was sitting in this person's front seat. The driver turns to me. I can tell you're hard on yourself. I can tell you're hard on yourself. The world pushes on you, you push back, but you don't always have to. Cut yourself a break sometime. I'm on fentanyl. I'm like, that is how I feel. Come to find out, my driver is also a therapist, so our medical system's not broken. First, I felt sad that they had to have 2 jobs, you know, just to make ends meet. But then I was like, no, wait, hang on a second. Straight up, that is a service Lyft should provide. Are you kidding? Like would pay, like a little extra. You get like a quick sesh en route, like absolutely. I even know the name, Uplift. Are you kidding? It's so fucking good. I'm a business person. Put me in the White House.
Who else is in a relationship? Okay, how did you two meet?
Doing a musical.
Was it at the queer theater group? Because you also know how to project. Aren't they all? I mean, you're right. You're right. So you met doing a musical. Which musical?
An Elvis, jukebox musical.
What's it called?
All Shook Up.
Oh, I know All Shook Up. That's fun. Were you Elvis?
No.
Oh.
Way too gay.
They're like, nobody will believe this. Get in the chorus. Did you play Elvis?
No.
Too gay? I'm sorry. So were you both in the chorus, or did you have other principal roles?
He had a principal role. I was in the chorus.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then how did you guys get together? Were you like,
We were at the opening night party at the bar, and I was outside smoking a vape pen, and I thought he was a narc, and then...
You thought he was a narc?
I was like, I'm not gonna tell you.
You thought that was a narc? And you thought a narc would be like, what's in that pen, dude? Also, he's in the play with you. You know this person. So, I do love it, though. Classic love story, sucking on a vape. A narc comes over. So after you figure out they're not a narc, did you share your vape pen?
Yeah, then I found out he was cool, so I'm like, oh, okay, let's be friends. And so then we were friends for a long time, and now we're engaged.
How?
He was dating a bad person when we met.
Oh, he was dating a bad person? How was that person bad? Let's shit on him. They just weren't nice?
Love to gaslight. Really good at it.
Oh no. Gaslighting's wild. Like you see someone doing something like you didn't see it and you're like, huh. Am I crazy? It's wild. Anyway, okay, so they were a gaslighter. This narc is not a gaslighter? Okay, perfect. And then when did you guys decide that you were gonna get married?
In June, July.
July of this year?
July of this year.
Well, congratulations! Do you guys have a maid of honor?
No.
Do you have a man of honor?
No,
what is the man? Oh, fuck. That was so easy, and you were so kind. You were just like, that's man. Do you have your best menses picked out?
I was hoping it'd be you.
Me? You want me to be your best man? When's the wedding?
September.
September? What month are we in now? Oh, so next year. Okay.
I'll call your people.
You don't know my people. my people. Who?
June Cribley.
What a funny name you made up. Imagine my rep's name was June Cribley. I don't know if I'll come to your wedding, to be perfectly honest. Unless you, like, fly me out first class. Put me up in a stunning hotel. Then maybe I'll do it. Who else? Who else is in a relationship? Okay. How'd you two meet?
Tinder.
Tinder? Recently?
Nope.
Yeah.
2019.
That makes sense. It's a hellscape now. So you've been together since 2019?
2016.
Oh, 2016. I see. That's a long time. How long is that? Quick.
7 years.
Great. So funny I was sobered with math I couldn't do. So what's the thing that made you, like, want to be together?
Her profile had that she played a lot of video games in it. I was in grad school for video games at the time.
What kind of video games?
A lot of League of Legends.
I don't know what is that?
It's MOBA.
It's what?
Multiplayer online battle.
Oh, okay, cool. Another, you're too dumb to understand it, and I was. We've never gotten there on my own. You guys play Sonic? That's the only game I play. Yeah, I truly ask people how they met because I'm like trying to figure out how to get into a relationship. And honestly, how joyful. I truly think orgy takes it, and that's what I gotta do. And I can't wait to have a kid and forget about it. That was so funny. Are you a mom? No, yes you are. God, oh, I love it. A sensible Bob having a nice time. Does anyone want advice? Like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but like, why not? I can give you advice. Someone wooed over here. Do you have a query or a question? Cool. Does anyone need advice on anything? Yes. Okay. All right. What do you need advice on? Life. Bitch, what? You can't just say life. It has to be specific.
Relationship.
You're in one. What? Okay, this is very funny. I said be specific. You said life. I said be specific. You said relationships. That's lateral. You're not getting more specific. What specifically? On what? On everything? I don't think you should have another espresso martini. But you're very fun. I like you. Okay, give me another one. Who needs... Okay. Ooh, lots of people need advice. Okay, let's do you, then you. Okay, you. Nobody knows where I'm pointing. You. Okay, you. Still didn't clarify. Just talk.
How do you get over someone who likes someone else?
Ooh. Okay, did you guys date at all? You did. What does a little bit mean? Did you just put the tip in? What do you... What? 1 or 3 dates?
1 or 2.
Oh, 1 or 2? I think it's 1. It's 2? You think it's 2? Oh, and they knew they were on 2 dates? Okay. So 2 dates, how long ago? A year. So 2 dates a year ago, and they like somebody else now? And are they currently dating that person? You gotta move on, friend. I'm so sorry. It's very, very hard to move on from people, but like, you're fucking cool. I can tell. Can't fucking see you, but like, I know you're cool, so you gotta just move on. What is it? Get back on the horse and fucking do it. I do think a year, you gotta let that go. We can't. Also, they're not that special, I promise you. There's a lot of fucking stupid people, and if they don't like you, they stupid. I know it's hard, but you gotta just move on. You have to. Like, do other stuff. Do yoga, fucking go for walks, fucking, I don't know, bend in a pretzel, whatever. Do whatever. Okay. I think you had your hand up. Yeah.
So I'm a singleton on the apps, and I just got a new hot tub this summer.
Yes, queen! Also, did you call yourself a singleton? You're fun. Okay, so you're a singleton. I think it depends on how you're putting it. Like, if it's like, I have a hot tub, and like the picture of you is like in the hot tub, I think that's a little creepy. But I think you could be like, I enjoy getting in my hot tub, having a nice time, and then I think that's fine. And then on the date, be like, do you want to get in my hot tub? Because are you trying to fuck? Obviously. You got a hot tub. Did you get the hot tub to fuck or to relax? Or both? Okay. I like it. Okay. So is it on your profile now or no? No, not yet. I think you should put it on. Right? And what do you date, if you don't mind? Who, or what kind of people do you, if you don't mind? Guys, are there straight gentlemen here? Yeah, that's about right. I was gonna poll the audience for you, but sorry. I don't bring the straights out. Zoops. And then did you have a question? Yes.
Have very many lady friends. What is the secret to cultivating meaningful female friendships?
Ooh. Okay, the secret to cultivating meaningful female relationships. I met Sashir doing comedy, and like we were at this like theater together, and then other women I've met through comedy. But also I've met women through pole dancing. Like I've just like taken classes. Thank you. I'm a whore. Through like classes are a really easy way to like meet somebody. Like, what do you like to do other than read?
Video games.
Okay. Oh wow, wow. Okay. Wow. What like things where somebody else would be there do you like? Well, because the way I phrased that was so rude. Obviously, I'm still hurt that you don't think I can read. But like video games is a pretty solitary thing. Reading is something you do on your own and then discuss. But like, do you like pottery? You just furrowed your brow like I'm an idiot. You were like, pottery? But like a group thing where you could like go weekly and like hang out with people who like the same thing. Does not compute. Okay. Okay, you like video games? I guess wear a headset and be like, hey, you wanna be my friend? I don't know how video games work. Can you talk to people that way? Maybe you do that. Maybe be like, hey, are you a lady? Want to get in my hot tub and be my friend? That's a tough one. I think, like, yeah, just like getting out. Classes really are the easiest, and I'm sorry that doesn't compute. But there's apps where you can sign up for a class. Does anyone else have any advice that they're needing? Okay.
How do we tell our conservative uncle he's not an
Ooh. So you want to tell your conservative uncle that he's not invited to your wedding? Wait till he says something real awful and go, that's why you're not invited. Honestly, it will be dramatic and fun.
I drove here in my minivan. That makes it really hard to feel cool, you know? And by the way, I used to drive a cool car, and let me tell you, when you drive a sexy vehicle around a hip part of town, you feel like, I'm the Wolf of Wall Street. You spend a few years driving a Honda Odyssey around a neighborhood called Pleasant Oak, and it becomes, I'm just trying to be more like those dogs on Bluey. I have to drive a minivan. I have to live in the suburbs because I have 6 kids. All right, well, you guys might be interested in my masterclass on responsible family planning. It's 20 seconds long, and it's called Just Don't. It's so funny, because I think back to when I was younger, people said that I should not have kids. They were very rude about it. They're like, Jen, you have no maternal instincts. You never will. You running a house with actual children in it, oh, that'd be a disaster. And now I have this big family, and I think back on that, and I'm like, they were so right. How did they know? They nailed it. No, guys, I had to have 6 kids. I am an only child. My husband is an only child. My father was an only child. My family tree was becoming a stump. Your annual family reunion should not fit at one table at Applebee's. And we went for it. We had 6 babies in 8 years. I said that at a comedy club one time, and a guy with face tattoos pushes through the crowds afterward. He had piercings all over his face, too. And he runs up to me and he says, hey, I really respect your alternative lifestyle. Let me tell you, when you announce your second pregnancy, people say, are you trying to get a boy and a girl? You announce your 6th pregnancy in 8 years, and people say, are you trying to get a reality show on TLC? What is wrong with you? So my husband and I just had a big anniversary. Yep. We have now been married 20 years. Now, those of you who have been married for a while know that as the years go on, you have to be intentional to keep the spice alive. So, for our 20th anniversary, I finally let my husband live his ultimate fantasy. I told him that for a whole night, I would take any constructive criticism he had for me. Okay, now you guys are pretty young, but when I say this in front of middle-aged crowds, there's always a couple 60-year-old guys in the back who are like, that is so hot. They're like, is there a place where I can just watch that on the internet? Like, that's what I'm into in this phase of life. No, that was a wild night. I haven't spoken to him since then, but... Now, this is the point, talking about kids and marriage, where a lot of people would make graphic jokes about how those children were conceived, how they were brought into the world. I will not be doing that because my husband is a very private person. He would have you know that we reproduce asexually. Like amoeba. He is so uptight about this kind of thing that he will not even send me any flirty texts. I try. A couple weeks ago, I texted him, hey there, looking pretty sexy today. He replied, received. With a period. I said, what are you worried about? We're married. He said, you're not thinking. what about this? What if we got into legal trouble and our phones got subpoenaed and our texts to one another were read aloud in open court? I said, okay, if that scenario played out, we would have a lot bigger issues than a couple of eggplant emoji. He hesitated to ask me out when we first met because I'm 3 inches taller than he is. And he said, I know a lot of women don't want to date shorter guys. I said, when I was single, I was goal-oriented. I said, look, if I can just find a man who is loving, who is supportive, who respects my boundaries by not asking me how much money I spent at Target, I don't care if he played one of the Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz. I'll stuff that man into a baby Bjorn. Take him out for a date night. We'll have a lovely time. You don't have to be able to ride a roller coaster with your spouse. It's not like a requirement, for a good marriage. People often comment, they say, Jen, your husband is so supportive of your career. And he really is, because he doesn't want to work anymore. I have a theory that on a deep caveman level, it is very important to men to be the primary providers for their wives and children for about 15, 20 years, and then they're out. I see these young wives on Instagram who are like, my husband completely provides financially for our entire family because for us, it's a sacred journey. I'm like, girl, you're in a relay race. You just don't know it. That man's gonna hit his 43rd birthday, run up to you, throw the baton at you, be like, this is your problem now, I'm out. This was surprising to me because my husband went to Yale. When I was dating him, I thought, man, if I can just get a ring on it, the minute we say I do, poof, all of my financial problems disappear. Single ladies, I need to inform you. Men have discovered work-life balance. So if that's the plan you want to get on, you're gonna need to go for old money. A couple years ago, he sat me down and he said, Jen, you stayed home with our children for so many years. Let it be my turn now. I said, okay, so I stayed home with them when they were a bunch of screaming gremlins. Now you're willing to stay home with them when they are a jovial brood of free bartenders and chauffeurs. And we got a lot of kids, so he's got like 2 dedicated kids just to make his queso. You know when I should have known this was coming? A while back, he started sending me a lot more girl boss memes on Instagram. It would be like, girls can do anything. Careers are for girls. A girl could support 6 kids while her husband goes sailing with his friend Scott. I was like, is he making these? I will say he is a very frugal man. So much so that he convinced our children that there's a very special elf at the North Pole. This elf is in charge of quality control. And he puts his special bright orange little sticker on only the finest toys. and his name is Clarence. The kids would open their toys at Christmas, and he'd be like, oh, darn it, did they misspell Clarence's name again? Oh. But Clarence is killing it. He is almost as good as the Easter Bunny's assistant rollback. He's like, these guys are incredible. I learned the hard way, do not let your very frugal spouse get gifts for the tooth fairy to give. My daughter had lost a tooth. It was time to set out the tooth fairy gifts. And I said, all right, what did you get? I knew it would be something from the discount bin at Walmart. So he pulls out his bag. The first thing he has in there, I swear to you this is true. Hand on my Bible app, I swear. It's a floppy rubber rat. I had so many questions, starting with where does the market demand for this product come from? Who was like, our home is not complete without, I don't know. I was like, okay, what else did you get? So he pulled out a bottle that had liquid in it. And I said, oh, is it a fragrance? He said, sort of. It was deer lure. Deer come to our neighborhood, and my daughter likes to see them. And he's like, look, check it out. It says authentic female deer urine, guaranteed to attract a mate. Kind of genius, right? I said, I just have to take a moment. So this is where our house is now. The tooth fairy is bringing pee. And it's for hunters, so on the back there was a picture of an angry buck with rifle crosshairs over his little deer face. I said, this is literally the worst tooth fairy gift in the world. But it was 11 p.m. and I didn't have any better ideas, so that is what we left. Imagine my daughter rolling over that morning. She's like, oh, what did she sees what looks like a dead rat and a bottle of animal urine with a deer that's about to be shot on it. I don't think she thought the tooth fairy came. I think she thought the mafia came.
I'm glad that you brought a traveling checkers game. Can I see it? I won't go through it. Yeah, thank you. I won't go through it. Like I said, I'm Jewish. I have a trust fund. It's cute. Can you imagine me having a bag like this, just knowing me? What's in here? You want me to go through it? Oh. Oh, of course. An umbrella for a little person. Oh, a case. Yep. What's in here? Oh, a cleaner. You're very organized. Mine has semen on it. My glasses. And I'm not even with men. I don't know how the semen got on my glass. You're still in the virus mode? It never happened. It's just funny because of what I just said that I'm gonna do a little dance for you right now. It's called the pad dance. Look at my sanitary pad. You like it, girls? You want me? You're gonna have to take me with my sanitary pad. You wanna take me home to your house? You're gonna have to take me with my sanitary pad. Sanitary pad. My sanitary pad. Thank you. That's my new special. Oh no. Here we go again. We got another sanitary pad. We got a green one now. We got a green. This is for a heavy flow. You know when I got this heavy flow, I gotta put on a heavy. I gotta put on my heavy flow pad. My sanitary pad. Okay. It's not a pad. Calm down. This is a phone. He just goes, what is that? No, it's a wallet. It's a wallet with keys. All right. And a lanyard. I wear a lanyard because, like, I need to find my wallet whenever I need it. I'm at work. You know what I'm about to pull out. This is the big one. This is the finale. Here we go. I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna do it. Oh boy. I gotta get a lot of energy for this one. All right. Ready? Are you ready again? I didn't expect. I love you. What's your name? Dominique. God help me. I got to get the energy up, but I'm committed. I'm committed to my art. Okay. Here we go again. Start the music, boys. The mother load. This one goes inside, right upside the pussy. The other ones go outside on the panties. This one goes right up the hole. This one goes right up the hole. This one goes right up the hole. Everyone sing it with me. This one goes right up the hole. Sing it with me. Right up the hole, come on! Right up the hole, 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 right up the hole. Put your hands in the air. Right up the hole, right up the hole, right up the hole, right up the hole. All right, I'll take it from here. Okay? Everyone, please be quiet. I'm going to end the song now because I'm going to pass out. This guy. This tampon goes goes up her hole. Dominique's hole. This tampon goes up her hole. Right up Dominique's hole. It goes up her hole. Her hole. Dominique's hole. It goes up her hole. This tampon goes up her hole. It goes up her hole. This tampon goes up her hole. It 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 goes up her hole. This tampon goes up her hole. It goes up her hole. I just made him straight. I made him straight. I'm gonna end this song. Don't use this tampon. It's very dirty now. It's dirty now. This tampon is dirty now. I can't believe I have daughters. And I just did this song. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what just happened.